Greetings, everybody. Welcome to our Tai Chi class today. We are making some good progress, and thank you. We are making some good progress in this module. We've been working on the wellness exercises, and last week we looked at knee bumps, and we started working on the arms for cloud hands. And got a real sense for that, and we did a little of the grab pull, learned some new hand shapes, that kind of thing. So we'll briefly go over that today, but we're also going to take this knee bump idea of opening your hip, and we're going to do a little bit more with that, and we're also going to bring that into the upper body and talk about our upper body shape, because we can open and close other joints as well. So that's the curriculum for today. That and just moving our bodies and getting things done. Welcome, Alec. I see you made it home. Nice to have you here. So let's start by warming ourselves up with our wellness exercises. Ground your feet. Feel your whole foot on the floor or in your shoe. Take a moment to hook the center of your head, sort of as if it had I think last time we might have had what did we put on top of our heads? A fishbowl, I think. Maybe put that fishbowl back on and just raise that fishbowl just a little bit. And yet feel your feet very grounded. And check in with your knees. Have they locked? Remember, we're trying to have those knees soft and a little bit of a gorilla in your lower body. That helps you to get the weight down into your feet. And then you can extend your body or your legs, but don't lock them. Keep that lower back relaxed like a gorilla if you feel like it's starting to move. We're getting some funky sound here, so I'm going to actually mute everybody. Oh, I think we're okay now, actually. I think we're good now. All right. So we're going to hook our heads up to the nearest cloud. There was sunshine today. Maybe feel that energy going between you and the clouds. Relax that lower body. Feel like maybe the ends of your fingers have tiny weights on them. The idea here is to feel suspended. Long neck, your body gently stretching up and rooted into the ground. The head rising, elevated, the body suspended. And then we're going to feel like the back of our shoulders is getting a little wider, turning our upper arms so our palms go back, those arms floating up. The elbows drooping. And we're going to bend the knees this time and push down as we descend. Feel the bottom of that push coming up, arms coming up. How about coordinating those two together? Down. Feel the bottom. Up. When you come up, Your arms may continue after your legs, but feel that extension in your back, sort of along your spine. It's a little of that happens too, but those shoulder blades, they're staying down. Maybe breathing in and out. Nice. And in and out. This is moving like the waves, and now we're going to go into rock spreads its wings. We're coming up about halfway, expanding out. I like to think first of that big tree breathing with us. We've just exhaled with the tree, and inhale, exhale. Sort of magical tree can go from being a large East Coast tree to one of those absolutely gigantic trees that your whole family could not fit around, but you're still part of a circle. You're going up, lovely, and down. And up. She's hoping dinner's going to happen. It's not. And down. And now this tree that we've been with, we're going to actually become a bird with giant wings. And this movement is generated by our shoulders across our back, yet we're completely relaxed. Powerful wings coming in, still circles. But instead of just following the breath of the tree, we're using our spine and our back to open those giant wings, feeling our feathers in the air and feeling the power. And we're going to come down, dropping our hands, turning our arms, rotating them up as we come up. And then they bend around our elbows. We push down. As we do, our gaze goes forward till we get to the bottom. And again, up, stretching, circling, and down. Our gaze is forward until our arms start to come near shoulder level, and then we gaze up about 45 degrees and then bring it down. This exercise is called gazing at the moon. We feel expanded, in what we take in and in how our body is connected. Again, the pulse of our legs carries up through every vertebra and down. One more time. And our arms come to our sides. Little turn, and this arm comes up. We turn out on that side, Queen's wave, pull, little shift of weight. The other arm rises. We come to center, Queen's wave, pull as we turn out. And the other comes to center. And I'm going to bring this down because I'm realizing we haven't finished that yet. So this is bring our arms up and come down. This is a preview of coming attractions at the end of today. I don't think, did we do that last week at the end of last week? I'm trying to, oh, we did. Good. But I didn't want to get you cold. And I know Kathy wasn't here last week, although she has done cloud hands before, I know. All right. Well, how are we feeling? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? How about you guys unmute? I think we'll be fine. And if we're not, I'll let you know. Because I can see that you are talking great. Thanks. Or if you want to talk, you can always, if you're muted, you can always push your space bar and you can talk briefly. And then when you release it, you're muted again. So that works. So was that good for you guys? Was that okay?
Yes.
How is it feeling? You know, there's a lot of this. Is it getting any easier, or is it still like, oh my goodness? You know, I mean, how's that going for you guys? Okay.
It feels really good.
Good. Well, there's, you know, more to come. So I wanna get back to these knee bumps and get a little lower stuff going here. You know, we're going to be talking a lot about gorillaing in here, and so I just like you to shake a little bit. Just do some shaking, kind of. Usually when I do this, I say I have a clock over here and it starts to chime. I don't think you guys will be hearing that, but just kind of shake and really relax and enjoy that. It's a good thing to do. Yeah, looks good. You can turn if you want. Remember, if you turn, keep your knees straight. Nice. And always do that. You know, you'd be surprised how good you feel if you do that. It's a good thing. All right. So let's get that sort of gorilla on, because one of the things we discovered last week was that or the week before, was if we stand up and we don't have our gorilla on, we can't turn out as easily with this hip. So let's get that gorilla on, you know, kind of that gorilla feeling, this dropping feeling, like you're sitting in a chair. And then let's put the weight more, just a little bit more in this leg, and just go out and in, and go ahead and let your body turn. It's fine for your body to turn, but I want you to just look down and make sure this whole leg is turning. Like, see my hand? This whole leg is turning, and it's not just your foot, it's a whole leg. Just turn out as far as you can. I mean, turn out to the corner. You don't have to go way far. Just turn out to the corner. If you can't turn out to the corner, a little more gorilla will probably help you get there. And then come over to the other side and get your weight a little more there. Get your gorilla on and turn out and come in. And you're turning this whole thigh bone and the knees going with it. We're going to need this, especially in a couple weeks. So we're just getting used to that as we do our work here. And then we're going to go out on this side again. And now I want you to stop when it's out. And I want you to look at the other leg. Make sure the thigh is right here. It's not like going in a weird direction with your knee. It should be, your thigh bone should be right with this leg. In fact, both thigh bones should be, you know, with your knee, and your knees should be over your toes. So just make sure that's happening. And now let's gorilla. And let's really gorilla our arms for a minute. Nice, nice. And let's swing. Now, when you swing, beautiful. I want you to make sure that you've made your hips like they're sitting in that chair. Remember that? You don't want to turn your hips. No hip turning. No hip turning. I want those to be sitting in here. Nah, that's great. Much better. Much better. And just swing. Feels good. Yeah, that's good. Being able to turn this body. So when we get to doing something like cloud hands, like we started doing before, and we're turning that upper body a little bit, we're not going to turn down here. We're going to shift our weight a little this way and this way. But it's just a little because our feet are pretty much staying on the ground. And then we're going to turn our upper body, but we're not going to come in with that other thigh, right? So this swinging is a really good way to practice isolating the upper part of you from the lower part of you. Nice job, everybody. Great job. Super. Wonderful. Okay, so we had a butterfly at one point in this class, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You put a butterfly. Let's just do that again. Let's to invite a butterfly onto an arm, any arm, or a hand, whatever. Actually, imagine it. Imagine its color. Imagine sort of the wonder of it all, you know, having that butterfly there. And now we were going to do, what we can do is take that butterfly, and I want you to move a few steps with that butterfly. We did this once before. And maybe imagine that you're handing it to somebody else, and, you know, Sam and Alec could actually exchange butterflies, you know, but just imagine that you're trying to get that, encourage that butterfly. Maybe it's a child that you know, or somebody else that could really use a butterfly today. Oh, I love this. I love this. How does, yeah, move around, get the feel for that. How about, you know, how about the person is small and you have to kind of bend down and do it? How does your arm move and your body move? Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. It's just really interesting for me to watch you all do this, and you know, what happens when you do that. So let's talk about that. What happens when you do it? And I know I'm doing some modeling here, but do you, like me, or are you just trying to do what I'm doing? Do you feel that when you're trying to exchange that butterfly, that your arm just kind of expands and you feel your whole arm and you naturally move pretty slowly? Because what I'm actually seeing you do is when you put a butterfly on your arm, a lot of you look like this. But when you actually go to give it to somebody, your arm extends.
You can come in and watch me.
So you've got, you know, it kind of extends and it gets more rounded. And I want to talk about that a little bit, because in Tai Chi, we want to feel a little bit like, you know, we've talked before about your arms being with helium in them, you know, or, you know, floating up. And there is this sense that we don't have these sharp bends. Like if your arms were floating up, I mean, I guess they could float up like this, but it wouldn't be your whole arms, it would just be your hands, right? If it's your arms, your whole arms floating up from the shoulder, they kind of have to extend. They kind of have to extend in order to do that. And you could turn them over and they could come down. And this extension actually is very good for the body. It's a very gentle stretch. And this gentle stretch helps to align the fascia, and it helps to keep the fascia very healthy. And that is one of the major systems of your body that's everywhere. And when you stretch the fascia in one part of your body, it actually impacts fascia everywhere. So doing Tai Chi and having that little gentle stretch where you're giving everything just a little bit of extra room is a really good thing. Yeah. And the slow, even circular movements have also been shown to be beneficial in the same way. There's a lot of breaking research in these areas these days. So when we're in Tai Chi, I don't have a great example here because one is more full than I want it to be. We didn't want this one to be quite so full, but see how this has a, an end on it, kind of a limp end. I wanted it to have more of a limp end. And you can actually, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can actually see, I think it has too much in it. It's over time. But it just kind of is kind of uneven or more uneven, but it's still pretty full. It's still pretty full. This one is, look at that nice bow that it has. And it's kind of springy. It's kind of springy. And you know how a balloon is, you can push on it and it's soft and it doesn't have any, you just can't put a sharp bend in a balloon. And what I'd like you to do is think part of our body shape is that we are long and we are extended and we are kind of like balloons. We feel connected. And if somebody came up to us and pushed on us, we'd be springy. We'd be springy. And if you have somebody at home, you can do this with them. You can like put your arm against theirs and you can practice being springy. Practice being springy. Just one of you pushes, the other one gives, and it doesn't. Well, that's one way. Alec and Sam are like going the boing, separating. But you can also kind of do it like this, where one pushes, and but you could do it with each other too, where one pushes and the other, yeah, or you can connect in any way. It's not as easy as it looks, is it? But you could try that with somebody because that's a lot of. It will get your attention and it will, just like the butterfly, have you moving more slowly, and it will round you if you're being springy. So this is part of what we want. So let's talk about body shape in general, much like the balloon. We make these gentle curves. And you'll see a curve like this. And you'll see a curve like this. In Tai Chi, you'll almost never see, right? It's the same curve. Tai Chi, you almost never see this. I mean, you might briefly see this right before there's a strike, but you tend not to. Things tend to be nice big curves. And our upper body shape is not really close in, right? This is not a terribly, this is not like a great martial art position. No, a good martial art position, right? Is kind of a gorilla position, right? This is a good, yeah, I love it. Sam's going, right? She's got it. All right. So we call it, right. You could call it gorilla. And the nice thing about gorilla because carrying a bag of apples is kind of like a gorilla. The nice thing about a gorilla is that it'll also literally relax us. But at the same time, we're like a balloon. We're full, we're stretchy. Yeah, we're stretchy. And everything's a circle. Do you see that? Everything's a circle. And as we come up, our elbows droop and our shoulders are down. So there's this line again. Okay. And guess what? That's that hug a tree, right? We've been practicing that hug a tree. And we came out and we came in. And we came out and we came in. And when we come out, we're opening this joint and closing this joint. And opening this joint and closing this joint. You could do one, or you could do both. Or you could even really close them.
You can come in and watch.
And come out. Big, globby oval. And come in. And come out. I want you to think of some big, globby oval. Now, what happens if when we do this, we bring our elbows up? Look what happens to my shoulders, right? So elbows down, and then close. Elbows down. Watch this. How much are my elbows really moving? They move in when I finish the close. And they move out at the start, don't they? But now watch. I'm really just rotating around my arms. Isn't that cool? And then I'm closing in. And I'm giving myself a good deal of room. See how far out I am? It's that hug a tree, sack of apples. Out, in. So when we do our cloud hand moves, we want to be conscious of maybe this bottom hand comes up. You see how far out it is? See how far out it is? It comes up, we turn. And then it only looks over here because I've turned, right? I've turned my upper body. So let's go through these arms again, and then we will practice them some more. So, all right. So last time, I think we did some of this, right? And then we did some of this. Right. Nice. Be careful you're not like holding them up here. Just let those shoulders relax. So sort of, it's as if you had something under your armpit rather than, you don't have to hold your shoulders up. You just have to imagine like a, I don't know, an olive or something under your armpit, keeping them out. Okay. Maybe a little pull at your elbows. There you go. And then, you know, one hand comes up and it queen's waves and pulls out, and the other hand comes up and it points. It points in this way, the fingers. And then this other hand, it comes up as this one just drops until you're at the center. And then the upper hand queen's waves and pulls. And the other one's starting to come up. And here you are at the side. Yep, they meet. And the inside arm rises. Outside arm drops. And here you are. Queen's wave, pull. Nice. Inside arm rises until you're at the center. Queen's wave, pull. Inside arm rises till you're at the center. Queen's wave, pull. Now notice how far my arms are out when I'm doing this. They're not super close to my body. God, you guys are really great. Okay, we're going to add the turn here. So we're going to put ourselves in our gorilla chair a little bit and take a hand, and it's going to come up. One hand is up. It's just kind of like in front of, sort of like just under your eyes, right? Yeah, just under your eyes. We're gonna turn out. Remember, we're just like when we were swinging. Remember when we were swinging? And I want you to think about this. Let this swing make that queen's wave pull. Can you do that? Queen's wave pull with that turn. Try it again. Queen's wave pull. Queen's wave pull. Get them connected. Queen's wave pull, just like a swing. Queen's wave pull to the side. Now, how am I going to get this arm up? Easy to drop this one. But I'm going to get this arm up by starting to turn back. And just like a puppet, we're going to connect them to that turn until we're here. Now, how do I get this arm to turn? I turn out and I coordinate it together like it's all one thing. It's a swing turn. And then inside arm rises as I turn back. Turning out, queen's wave pull. Turning back, inside arm rises, outside arm drops to the center. So let's hang out at the center, center our weight. How about a little push from this leg to help that turn to that turn in this direction, and that turn in this direction. Remember, it's just your upper body turning. It's your spine is going to make that queen's wave pull, and a little more weight goes onto that side. And this arm rises, the inside arm rises. And then we're going to turn back. And as we turn back, we're going to push a little bit with the leg on the side that the hands are on to bring us back and help power us to center. Now our weight is centered. Pushing with this leg, turning, queen's wave pull. It's a very small shift of weight. Inside arm rises, push back to center, centered weight. Push with this leg, turn, queen's wave pull. A little more weight on the hand side. Inside arm rises to center. Your weight is centered. Gorilla. Turning out, little shift of weight. Turning back, inside arm rises. Turning out, queen's wave pull. turning back, inside arm rises. Turning out, Queen's wave, pull. Turning back, inside arm rises. How we doing? First, I have you guys patting your heads and rubbing your tummy, basically, do it. Your arms going in separate directions all the time. And now I'm telling you to push with your leg and shift your weight and everything. Just do what makes sense. If you're still working on the arms, just do the arms. And if it makes more sense to do the turns, do the turns. If it makes more sense to shift the weight, shift the weight. You know, whatever works. Hey, Kathy, what you think?
I'm wishing I had a mirror. I feel like I have coordination, but I hate to think what I look like. You know, do the elbows, are they in? I can't tell what I look like.
Well, here's what I want to do with you guys now. We're learning the wellness exercises, but Sam and Alec and Paul have never, ever tried cloud hands moving. And so you don't have to move, but it's kind of, I think Alec is getting clouds. Yeah, I love it. You remind me of myself, Alec. I want to give you just an idea of what cloud hands really looks like in the real form. It looks like you have already seen in the wellness exercises that are on the YouTube that you can learn. However, I want to give you a sense of that, and I'm actually going to do it both ways. First, I'm going to do it mirroring you, and then I'm going to turn around so you can see it from the back, because sometimes it's a little easier to do it that way. And then you're still going to do the same side that you see. It'll just be, I'll be able to call out hands when I turn my back. So let's actually just try that for a second. So we're gonna actually go in this direction. So get yourself some space. Get yourself some space. And we're gonna, interestingly, start by lifting this hand. It's gonna lift this hand, and we're gonna come up, and we've got our weight centered. It may not look that my weight is because I'm pretty far back from the camera, but we're gonna Queen's wave, pull, and we're gonna get all of our weight this time on that foot that the arms are on, and just step out a little bit more. And then we're gonna come back, turning back, and center our weight. And then we're gonna push with this foot here, Queen's wave, pull, all the weights on this side. Keep that fishbowl on the top of your head. Bring your foot in a little bit. And then inside arm rises, turning back so your weight is centered. Nice. Queen's wave, pull, weight goes to the hand side. All of it, fishbowl on the top of your head. If you can, step out. Shift your weight as you come to center. Queen's wave, pull. You're not only turning out, you're shifting weight. Step in. Turning back. Weight is centered. Queen's wave, pull, shifting weight to the hand side. Stepping out. Coming back to center. Queen's wave, pull. Inside arm rising. Step in. Inside arm comes up to center as your weight shifts. Shifting weight more to the side as we pull. Step out and back to center, Queen's wave, pull. And this time you're going to bring it in just some and come back. And we're just going to hang out here for a little bit. And we're going to just shift our weight, not take any steps. Come back to the center. Nice. Shoulders and elbows are down. Now this time, all the weight, fishbowl on the head. Step out. We're going back in the other direction now. Coming back to center. Queen's wave, pull. Maybe you're pushing with that other foot to get that leg over. Stepping in. Shifting back as we turn back. Our weight comes to center. Queen's wave, pull. Freeing up that other foot to step out. Shifting back to center. Queen's wave, pull. Shifting on, stepping in. Coming back. Queen's wave, pull. Stepping out. Coming back. We'll stop there. Come down. Up. And down. How is that? Okay. And you did cloud hands. Cloud hands is the second section of the Yang family long form. So you usually don't get to it until you've been doing Tai Chi for 4 or 5 months. So congratulations. Because you have to know a lot. You have to be able to turn. You have to be able to shift your weight. You have to be able to keep the fishbowl on top of your head. You have to have good body shape in order to do all that. So congratulations, you guys. And Paul, that's really coming along. It's good. And people were starting to keep their shoulders down, which is nice. Yeah, it's starting to come. Good job. All right, any questions about our body shape, about our cloud hands? I want to get back to doing the wellness exercises. Next week, we're going to be moving on to inventing the bow step. So we're going to invent the bow step, and then we're going to move on to, in the next 2 or 3 classes, we're going to move on to moving in and out of that bow step in the course of our wellness exercises. If you're following the wellness exercises, the one we're going to do next is not the next one in the sequence that you might see on YouTube. So so it won't necessarily help you to go for that. Any comments about what we've done? How did that feel, the cloud hands?
Feels very relaxing.
Nice, nice. Well, it feels relaxing after you're not like, what do I do next? You know, and Dorothy, you and Kathy are at an advantage because you were in the last module and we did a lot of work on cloud hands in that regard. But it is very relaxing after a while, and you can actually, you know, you can actually, you know, really be extended and do this beautiful cloud hands move. So it is very nice. And again, it's something that when you're doing it and you're doing it in good body shape, you are gently extending all of your fascia, and this is a good thing for you. It is very relaxing, it is very calming, and it is very good for you. So keep the fishbowl on top of your head, keep those shoulders down.
Hard sometimes.
It is hard. Well,
Yes.
I have this, well, I've had surgery on both of my shoulders, and it's particularly hard on this side to keep it down. So I take, Dee Dee, your shoulders up. If you want to tell me, it's fine. You can tell me and it'll be good. All right, I want to go through through all of the wellness exercises that we have done. And then at the end, I'm going to turn around and we will do some moving cloud hands at the end, and then we'll drag our fingers through the sand. Okay, so we'll just do some Tai Chi together. So let's, I'm actually going to be over here because, no, I'm going to be over here because I'm going to turn around and I'll go that way. So let's take a moment to get into prepare. Again, those shoulders are relaxed. That neck is long. Your spine is long, like you're suspended from the very top of your head. Check in though, have your knees locked. Could you kind of just drop your butt in, holding some tension in your lower back? Is your weight evenly distributed on both feet? Moving like the waves. We're going to feel that spreading across our back, and the arms are going to float up. Our relaxed knees are going to bend as we come down. When we finish pushing to the bottom, we rise up. Play with the coordination between your upper and lower body. Can you feel moving like the waves coming through your entire body? It comes up through your legs and then a little extension through your spine and out the tips of your fingers and the top of your head and down and up and down. Feel the water or the thick air, something pleasant that you're coming through. Inhaling maybe as you come up and exhaling. Shoulders relaxed, body extended. And then we're going to come up this time and come out. There's that breathing tree. It's huge, and then it exhales. And inhales. And now not only are you expanding up and down, but you're expanding throughout your whole body in a giant circle. Inhaling as you go out, exhaling as you come back, and you're just following the breath of the tree that can change its shape. And then your arms become giant wings and they beat. So maybe you've been conscious of the inside circle, but now there's an outside circle across the back of your shoulder blades. It's the same circle, but now it feels like giant wings that you're beating. Your body responds to the image. You still choose to breathe with it, or naturally, however works for you. And we're going to come in and down. And gaze up at the moon. The fingers drop, the arms rotate. Looking up as we gather everything about us and push down till we can't push anymore. Our arms drop, rotate. We come up again, feel that power propagate through every part of your body, from the root in your feet, up through your legs, into your back, up your spine and your arms, and controlling it down. To begin again, maybe breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. This time we're going to stay down, let our arms come to our sides, and we'll do the cloud hand exercise here first. We're going to come up to the side, turning out, inside arm rises. We're centered, turning out, grab, pull. Inside arm rises back to the center as we turn in, and we turn out, grab, pull. Inside arm rises, grab, pull. Inside arm rises. We're centered, we turn out, grab, pull. Inside arm rises as we turn back. Grab, pull to the side, maybe some shift in weight. When we're centered, the weight is centered. Grab, pull, weight a little more on the hand side. Turning back, inside arm rises, weight centers. Grab, pull, turning out, weight a little more on the hand side. Coming back to the center, our arms come down. I'm going to turn around and we're going to start from here. Our weight is on the hand side, fishbowl on top of our head. We step out, inside arm rises. We come to center. If you're looking at me, the grab pull arm is probably your left hand, right? Notice the shift in weight. Fishbowl on the top of the head, right hand comes up, grab, pull, step, shift weight, arms come to center, grab, pull with the left hand, step in. Right hand rises, grab, pull, weight on the right side, step. Weight centers. Left hand, grab, pull, step in. Right hand rises, weight centers, weight on the right foot, Step left. Grab, pull with the left. Right hand rises. Step in with the right foot. Come to center. Stay center. Grab, pull. Left hand rises. Right hand falls. You're centered. Grab, pull with the left hand as you turn out. Right hand rises. You come to center. We're going to stop here. Right hand falls. Our arms come up. Shoulders stay down. At shoulder level, they come down. How was that? Okay, I got thumbs up from everybody. I can't see you when I do that, but it's very nice sometimes. I mean, we don't have mirrors, but it's kind of nice to feel when you're in class like you're really following the teacher instead of mirroring. Isn't it different?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really different. We need to try to do it. It's hard because you can't see the hands. I have to have the confidence that you kind of know what you're doing before I turn around, but you clearly knew how to do that. So it's a good thing. Yeah. Any questions or comments? All right, let's drag our fingers through the sand here. Reach out. Drag your fingers through that warm sand. It's been out in the sun. Grab it up, squeeze, pull, and let it fall through your fingers. Shoulders relaxed, your whole body relaxes, and just reach out, grab it up, squeeze, pull. Your heart's not quite in it. You know, we're really relaxed. And reach out. Grab, pull, squeeze, maybe hold your breath. Exhale. 2 more. Drag those fingers. Thank you, guys. Look at you. Thank you.